Hey everyone, it's Insko here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be reacting to Zedd's new album, Telos. Now the album only came out today at the time of recording this, but I'm already seeing people say that this album is like revolutionary for EDM. It's like set the new standard apparently. And I'll be honest, I haven't heard a single song off this album. I will say though, I've heard a few little snippets just from Zedd putting stuff on his Instagram and it coming up on my Instagram feed. But other than that, I'm going into this completely blind, which in a way makes it more exciting. So it's called Telos. As I said, there's 10 tracks on the album. I'm assuming that there's probably going to be some poppier stuff. Zedd does some poppier stuff, but also kind of does some like heavier stuff too. I don't really know what to expect other than it being EDM. But anyway, I think I should shut up and we should listen to the first track, which is Out of Time featuring Bia Miller. Right, let's see. Like I say, don't really have a clue what to expect, but it's interesting it's the same vocalist for the first two tracks though. I don't feel like you really see that a lot. Okay. Somebody help me, I might lose my quite a unique feel. It's kind of like very soft sounding. Everything's like sort of natural. Won't be surprised if this is like a progressive sort of track or some sort of houseier thing. Given that vibe. Really nice vocals too. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. That feels like really old school Zedd in a way. They're just very like synthy sort of lead. That sort of drop makes me feel like if someone remastered like a 2013 EDM song. I like it. I gotta admit, the vibe's a bit like different. It feels like it doesn't feel like this big hype thing, not saying it has to, but it feels like an intro, which is kind of cool. It feels very like attention to detail. That's really nice with the choir. This is going to be one of those albums, isn't it, where I'm going to be like picking out all of the little ear candy bits, I can tell. That's sick as well. Yeah, no, it's beautiful. So I like that. It feels like old school, but kind of fresh at the same time. Vocal feels like fairly dry as well, but it feels pretty well blended into the track. That's an interesting first song. All the strings and everything too. I feel like I'm going into some sort of like movie score or like something like that here. That's really cool. I like that. I think that's so sick. I didn't want to pause it there, but that just transitioned into the next song. But like always, I'm going to be listening to all the songs, rating all the songs out of 10 after, and then at the end, we'll be doing like an overview and rate the whole album. For that first track though, I gotta say, it feels a bit sort of like old school EDM with the drops, but at the same time, I feel like the production in like the verses and everything like that, it felt really free. It didn't really feel like it was following your generic sort of structure or following any rules or anything. It just kind of did what it wanted. And I think that's kind of cool. So I'm going to give that a solid 8 out of 10 for a start. Really cool. I think if the whole album's going down this route of just doing its own thing and not necessarily following any like structure rules or anything like that, I think this could be a really cool album. Even the fact that it transitioned at the end as well, like I really didn't want to pause it, but I got to say my thoughts on all the songs. So this is the second track. It's called Tangerine Rays, and again it's with Bia Miller, which kind of makes sense why the vocalist's the same now as it kind of transitions and it's almost like one song. Yeah, you could just tell like when I hit play then. Like, oh, it's so cool. I love when songs do that. See what I mean with like the little string thing in the background there? This one's with Ellis as well, I forgot to say, sorry. And the bass guitar, very Ellis. Shaped like a darkening breeze, praying on angels still breathing, your silent touch awaits a vision entangled in flame. I like this, it kind of feels like it's progressing. Oh. The pain, fire unraveling way. Right. Oh, that's funky. All those little like fills, that's sick. I like that a lot. That was cool. I like that. And again, is the whole thing just like full of strings and this more like softer, almost live feel? Love the rhythm here. So every other day, signs of a dangerous change. I already agree with what people are saying about this album being really like refreshing. It's just so much attention to detail, it's weird. Top 2 probably the same. That feels so sick. It's just all like moving, all the feels and like the little synth stabs are so cool. Vocals really strong too. That's sick. That's really cool. I really like that. It feels like I can hear Ellis in there for sure. Like his style is kind of like that funkier sort of housey stuff. But that's so cool. And I'm obsessed with these string sections. The bass too? Was that like a double bass or something? Ain't no way it's gonna transition again. Right? It's about to kind of hope not, because I don't want to keep interrupting it. Oh. I don't think so. That's so sick! Oh, it is. Actually, that's the start of the next song. What is going on? Why is everything transitioning? It's so annoying that I keep pausing it. If you haven't listened to the album and you want to go listen to it like all in one, pause the video, go listen to it, come back to see what I have to think, because I am ruining it a bit here. But again, a really sick song, lots of variety in there. I love the rhythm of the whole thing, keeping those strings in the verses as well, like it did with the first track. This so far is sick. Like, I feel really refreshed listening to this. I don't know what it is. It just feels like really clean production, really good attention to detail, but almost kind of like the album's evolving as it's going on. Like, it feels like it's kind of getting a bit more bigger in sound. Again, I'm going to go for, I think I'm going to go for an 8.5 that time. I like that one a little bit more than the first one, but still a really good song. Ruining the transitions, but for track number 3, we have Zedd and Grey Shanty. There isn't a vocalist tagged on this one, so there might not be a vocal. There probably is, it's just not tagged, but let's give it a listen. It's cool that you can still listen to them as, like, their own songs. Like, that didn't feel weird starting it then. Already like the feel of this. You got a bit of guitar there. Vocal chops are cool. Feels a bit moodier, you know, we got like a bit more electronic production here. Still the strings in the back and stuff though. Oh, it's like is it like one of those samples? That's sick. Okay. I love the moodiness of this. Oh, sick. The way that's all moving is so cool. That's so cool. It's very like bass heavy. Am I right to say it has a bit of like a sort of Arabic feel, I believe is the right term? Just like the way some of the vocals were, even like this section here, it has that. To me, anyway, I feel like it has that sort of Arabic influence. I hope you know what I mean by that. That's really cool. I kind of like how there's not a vocal on it, you know? It's quite refreshing. And this bit almost feels a bit sort of tribal, a little bit. That's so cool. Definitely the most dancier one out of them all. Oh. That's interesting, man. That's so cool. That's so weird as well. I noticed how, like, the more that went on, the vocal got wider then. There's so much attention to detail in this album. I don't know what to do with this information. That's so cool, though. I like that first proper, like, dancey one of the album. Well, I mean, the Ellis one was dancey too, but, you know. That one was like proper bass heavy one. Don't transition again because I gotta ruin it again. Please, for me. I mean, it's really cool. Okay, that one wasn't as bad. That one wasn't as bad. Track number 3. I really like that one. I gotta admit, I think like out of them all, it's probably my least favorite. Just because I do prefer a song with a vocal, I've always said that. But I do like the fact that it has this like moving feel still, which kind of carried on from the second track. It kind of had that sort of rhythm. But then it also kind of like made it heavier, had this more like tribal sort of Arabic style to it, which was really cool. I think out of 10, I'm going to go for a 7 on that one. My least favourite out of them, but still a good song. For track number 4 though, we have No Gravity featuring Bava. This one I feel like it's going to be the popular one, just going off these plucks already. That's really cool though. I love the texture on those. Oh, I wasn't expecting that rhythm, but that's cool. Has that more poppy vocal for sure. It's like a slower house track. This is cool. Really like this perk kit as well. That's really nice. And the space that that's in. Oh my god. I have goosebumps. That, oh my god, that is doing something to my brain. That's so nice. That's like... That's so subtle. Vocal really suits it too. That's beautiful. Oh, and the harmony on there. This is amazing. This is my favorite song so far. Just because I really, really love the feeling of it. It's this kind of like chill, very raw sounding track. Vocals really suit it too. It's like that the vocal's more poppy, which is fine. I have nothing against that. But the production is unique and I like that a lot. Oh, I never got like a little vocally thing there. That's cool. Kind of samey production, but it suits it. You don't need anything like going crazy on this track. Love those vocals there too. Oh, that was so nice. They were like added extra notes there before they came back in. That was sick. I actually really like that one. I think that's my favorite so far. I will admit, like, it feels kind of samey. Like, when it first hits with that sort of, like, chord sort of drop where it's, like, really low, that kind of continues throughout the rest of the track. So it does make it, like, a little bit repetitive. But at the same time, it's such, like, a chill style. And I feel like it's quite vocal-based as well, that it just kind of works, you know. The song's the perfect length for it to be like, okay, this is not getting boring now. Yeah, I think out of 10 for that one, it's getting a 9. It's very up there. I really like that one a lot. It just came as a surprise, that drop, for some reason. Just really done something to me. I don't know what. But for track number 5, we have Sona featuring the Ollum. This has been so cool so far. It's been a bit of everything. More of like a houseier style, but... Even that's kind of unique though, you know, like... Okay. Oh! Oh, it feels kind of jazzy. It's like jazz meets a synth. I'm not even sure if that's... Is that a synth? Kind of sounds like a flute in a weird way. No, that is a synth, right? I'm questioning myself now. That's really cool though. This one feels more kind of like a fun track. Are we gonna get a vocal, or is this like... I love how the drums came in there, that's really cool. Or is the... I don't know whether the olim is like... Oh, I just looked, it says the fellow... I think there's like a few of them, but they play like... pipes and that, I think. Don't check me on that. But that's cool. That's a cool like little mix of, I guess, like the EDM world and that. That's really cool. It's giving me game music at the same time though, you know what I mean? That's so cool though, I've never heard anything like that. Cool, I like that. That's very like, I feel like it's a bit random, but also not, because the album's quite like different anyway. I'll probably say it's my new least favorite, just because it felt sort of, I don't know, not really my thing, but that transitioned again, which is really annoying. Yeah, I don't know, it's probably my least favorite just because it's like not really something I see myself listening to be honest. It's not that I don't think it's cool, because I do think it's cool. I think like mixing that kind of like EDM synthy sort of stuff with that style is really unique, and I've never heard anything like that. At the same time, it's given me kind of like game vibes with the synths and like the fills and all of this stuff, but it's really cool. I just think for me and my personal taste, not really something I'd listen to, so I think I'm out of a 10 for that one. I'm going to give it like a 6. But now that we're in the transition, track number 6 is Lucky featuring Remy Wolf. This one has come out before, I think, but I haven't heard it. Okay.
In the morning, I catch myself squeezing my pillow tight, and it's
another like poppy sort of vocal.
the sky, feelings just like mine can ignore it. Yeah, even though it still hurts a lot, would have been a lot worse if I stayed.
Like it so far though.
Wanted to catch you, but you pull me like a magnet, and this could have been simple.
Okay, I gotta admit, it's giving me like, it's giving me Griffin vibes a bit, you know? Like old Griffin. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I like how the Sims are like following the vocal. And then the little like melody going over it. The rhythms in some of these songs are so cool, how they're kind of like choppy. I really like this one though. It kind of, I feel like it takes a sort of poppy style that so many people are familiar with, but then makes it like fresh again. That's really cool.
Now I'm feeling so lucky.
Playing around with silence there as well, that's really cool. The little laugh in there too, that was cool. That was sick. Short and sweet, that one, but I feel like it came and went, did its job. Interesting. Like I say, it's almost like you take something you're familiar with and go, I'm just going to spice it up with something different. I feel like that one was a lot more structured compared to some of the other ones. Like, it was very familiar sounding, but I like how those drops are more kind of like funky, played around with silence, wasn't afraid to kind of like do something different. Like, that easily could have been like a slap house song or a starter house song, but it wasn't. It went down a different route, and I like it for that. So yeah, I think out of 10 on that one, I'm going to give it an 8. Good track. There's nothing I didn't really like about it. One of the ones that, you know, you kind of have more stuck in your head than some of the other ones because it does have that more sort of poppy and familiar vocal. For track number 7, we've got Dream Brother with Jeff Buckley. Don't know how we're like coming to the end of the album now already, but this one sounds interesting. Ooh. Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that sort of beat pattern. Love those bass stabs there. This one again, it's giving... I can't believe I just said it's giving in a video. That is so cringe. It's giving me more like 2013 sort of remastered style, like I said earlier. It feels very familiar. But also new. Love the vocals too. I haven't actually commented on that yet, but... Love the fact that these are like very wide vocals here. Oh, that's cool. Very string based again. Ooh. Okay. Very tight drums. That's a really interesting style. More of like the casual sort of one, you know, it's not got like big build, big drop or anything. I mean, none of these really have, but you know what I mean. It's more consistent. I like that. There's a lot of, again, a lot of attention to detail. Really like the vocal too. The vocal reminds me of like some older Avicii tracks, you know, like Addicted to You, I think. It's giving me that sort of vibe where like the vocalist is a bit sort of different to your generic EDM tracks, but I like that. I hope I said the right Avicii song then, I think I did. I love how that comes in as well. It makes you feel like it's almost going to go half time. That's really cool. Love the bass, really clean. Very sort of simplistic melody, but it's not too in your face. It's more kind of like little string plucks or whatever. Very fitting for the album, I feel like. It's gonna transition again, isn't it? I'm gonna have to ruin it again. Let's see. Yep, sorry. That one was really cool. I gotta admit, like, I think it'll probably grow on me more, but it's a really cool track. The fact that it's kind of like consistent, more kind of casual, but very much fits the theme of the album. I really like the vocalist on that one too. I think out of 10 for that one, I'm going to go for a 7.5. I love the fact that some of these songs are transitioning, by the way. I know it's probably really annoying from a viewing perspective, the fact that I'm having to keep pausing this, so I'm sorry about that. But for track number 8, we have Dissensus with Mesto, and it's featuring Dora Jar. This one I'm actually really excited for. Mesto's a great producer, and I think this collab is a pretty big deal. Starts very sudden, but works well with that transition. Okay. Oh, Zedd loves doing that on this album, doesn't he? That's sick! That came out of nowhere. Oh, I love the fact that it just really plays with space and rhythms. Those little fills are so cool, man. That's so cool. That's so cool. There's a lot like that kind of like glidey lead sound is very Mesto, and some of those like little fills as well, where it's like reverse reverb with like an LFO on it, that kind of stuff. So sick though, so sick. I can hear both their sounds in this, which is great. Love that. How it kind of just like turns into a choir. This has more of a build here. If you're going down, I'm going. Oh, that's so cool. If you're going down, I'm going. Oh, the progression. What is going on? This is so sick. This album is so cool. Like the journey that it feels like. There's like a consistent theme the whole time. And I think the whole thing doesn't follow any sort of like rules, it feels like. It just does its own thing. And I really love that. I really love that. It feels so refreshing. The fact that this is slowing down too, it's gonna transition again, isn't it? I'm saying it like it's a bad thing, it's not. I just hate pausing it. Oh, it didn't really? Okay, that wasn't too bad. That was a really cool ending though. I love the fact that there's just like this consistent theme of it being like strings and these like little drum fills and things like that. It's so cool. Like I haven't heard that in an album, I don't think. That's really cool. That track's definitely up there for me. I'm just gonna straight away say 9.5 out of 10. One of my favorites. Actually, my favorite on the album, full stop. Love that just like upbeat, house thing with like loads of just random cool fills, and I think the fact that it had the string sections and the choir bits and the fact that it was slowing down, it's just a really cool song. There's a lot to point out that I like about that one. Anyway, moving on to track number 9, we have Automatic Yes featuring John Mayer. John Mayer being a very popular singer-songwriter, which, to be honest, I don't really think myself I've heard a lot of. I just know more of him. Oh, okay. Production really clean already.
And then we say goodbye because you couldn't trust yourself to fall. I heard you found another man.
The attention to detail is mad. So mad, like I don't know how to process it. Oh, I love that little glidey thing in the background. That's beautiful. That, oh, that's so nice. Love the chill house vibes on this one. Okay.
Yes, 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 I wanna. Yes, 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 I wanna.
I don't know how, I gotta admit, don't know how I feel about the yes, yes, yes.
Yes, I wanna.
Production's really cool though.
Don't lie, you're scared of what your fans will say.
I think that one might have to grow on me a little bit. Straight away, I'm a bit like,
And baby, I understand.
I never really have been a fan of like that
You think you've
repeating the same word kind of thing, to be honest. It always felt a bit strange to me. I just love that little, I don't know what it is, it's like that little background glidey thing that I love. It's so nice, this bit. So nice. This is so pretty though.
Yes, 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 I want automatically. Yes, yes.
Very funky.
I wanna, I come running when you're on my mind. Yes, 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 I wanna do it.
Love how the yeses are kind of like double tracked so they're wider.
Yes, I wanna, I wanna. You don't have to ask me twice.
I don't think it's my least favorite, but I just feel a bit weird about the yeses. That's all.
That I love you still.
Love again this consistent sort of like choppy rhythm. You know what I mean? Like that's been a very consistent theme. Again.
I love you still. You don't have to ask me twice. You already know I will. I don't have to tell you that I love you still.
Love the vocoder under there too.
Love you still. You don't have to ask me twice. You already know I will. I don't have to tell you that I love you still. That I love you still.
Oh, sick. Oh, guitar solo on it. That's really clean. That's really cool. I like how it's not like choppy like everything else here. Kind of like replaces the vocal. Yeah, I think my only real like pet peeve with that song is the S's. I don't know what it was. It just felt a little bit strange to me. I don't know. But other than that, it's a cool song. It's very funky. I feel like again, it's more like a kind of casual sort of style, but again follows the whole theme of it either having strings or having this like plucky sort of rhythm, or both. Yeah, I think out of 10 for that one, I'll just give it a flat 7, I think. I mean, looking at these ratings, it's been pretty high. Like, I don't think I've rated anything below a 6 or a 6.5, which for an album is pretty mad. But anyway, for track number 10, which is the final track of the album, we've got 1685 featuring Muse. Well, that's cool. That's very cool. It's almost like eerie. This is a long track as well. 6 minutes 11. Can see why. We listening to the tape. It feels like we're listening to the tape with all the vinyl crackles and stuff. That's really cool. Feels more like a lullaby. Yeah. That's sick. Nice. That was a clean transition. Okay. I feel like this is going to be one of those songs that kind of gets bigger as it goes on. Definitely opening up. That's really cool. Getting more intense. And quicker. This is so cool. Oh, sick! I like that I came out of nowhere. That was really cool. It was almost like a little bit synth-wavy in a weird way. Okay. I like the fact that this album feels like very synth-based in terms of like that more just flatline synth, not like loads of layers to make it like this big sound. It's just like very raw feeling with the synths and stuff, which is nice because it feels almost like an old school EDM style, but then fresh because it's got this like cool rhythm, strings. Vocals on this album are really good too. So gonna do it again. Gonna go into oh. What? I'm so confused. There's gotta be more, right? I could have just paused it then, but I knew that was interesting. I've never heard that before. See what I mean about, like, not caring about structure? For a second there, in the back of my head, I was like, what if they just rendered the song wrong? They accidentally left, like, 2 minutes of silence on the end. This is pretty, though. I wonder if this is actually like a real recorded set of strings, like a real orchestra. That's crazy. Panning as well. building. Imagine this loops. So like when you listen to the album, okay, it didn't. I was gonna say if you like listen to the album again, it loops. That's really cool though. Sick. I love the fact that it ended with strings like that. I felt like that was very fitting. You know, the album kind of started with strings, ended with strings. I think that's really cool. I gotta admit, like, that last one almost felt a bit kind of like a musical in a weird way to me. It progressed really cool, and I love the fact they had that section of just silence. The vocal, like, for my personal taste, I wasn't like a huge fan of. I definitely thought it suited the track, but just my personal preference there. I think out of 10 for that one, gonna give it a 7 again. Not my favorite, but I think it is cool for what it is. Definitely experiments and kind of just does what it wants, which I think most of the tracks on this album do. So now I've got to talk about the album as a whole. Which I think, if it isn't obvious already, I think this album is pretty cool. I love the fact that it's just different. Like, I didn't really know what to expect other than it having that sort of EDM influence, having the synths and stuff in there. But it definitely blew my expectations out of the water. It kind of took something that you were familiar with, gave it like a new theme with like the strings and this kind of like stuttery sort of style, and just... yeah, created this new refreshing sound, which I think is really cool. I can definitely see why people are saying that this is like really fresh for EDM. I feel like, you know when Avicii introduced like country music into EDM, and that kind of set a bit of a shift for the EDM scene a little bit, and people were kind of like, you know, being a bit more free about like merging genres and things like that. I feel like this is gonna definitely push some producers forward in the EDM scene, because it has more of this like I don't care kind of feel about it, while also setting a theme that you haven't really heard before. I think I can speak on behalf of a lot of people that listen to EDM and say that sometimes it can get pretty repetitive. No matter what genre it is, you know, people can fall into the trap of just finding something that works, something that gets popular, and just rinse and repeating it until it's dead. And sometimes that can get a little bit sort of boring, to be honest, from a listener's point of view. I don't think a single track on that album I have heard anything like that before, and that's saying something. Some of them, yep, felt a bit familiar with some of the vocals, having that more like familiar, poppy, simplistic melody to them, but still had a unique sort of drop, still had a unique style, and I don't think you get a lot of that nowadays, so it's honestly really refreshing. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best thing I've ever listened to, because there's a lot of stuff on there that for even me, I'm kind of like, okay, listening to this for the first time, I don't know whether this is really me, whether this is something that I see myself listening to a lot. But the fact that I appreciate it for being so unique and so different, there's nothing on there that I don't like, which means I am going to go back and listen to it, and it's probably going to grow on me. So I honestly think, for all of the reasons, out of 10, I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. I genuinely feel like this album is gonna push producers forward and kind of help people realize that it's okay to take risks, it's okay to do something different, and that you should just have fun and do what you want, realistically. I want to see more stuff like this. I want to see more producers just doing what they want to do. But yeah, amazing album. I really enjoyed it. I'm probably going to listen to it again now while I like play some game or while I'm editing this or something like that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Drop a like on the video and let me know what you thought of the album in the comment section down below. Let me know what your favorite track is. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I post EDM reaction content, so if that's your kind of thing, subscribe. We're on the road to 10k, so I'd really appreciate it. But my name is Insko. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a great weekend.